something that needs to be discussed because I mean, there's certain things I won't discuss, but that's not for now. But it's the murderers stuff and the always the victim, because I didn't notice it, but it was very clear on the telly. It was probably about 15 minutes to go there. You know, the always the victims, never your fault stuff, and I'm not like sin free when it comes to being at football matches and singing things that you shouldn't, because I was young and stupid once. And when you're in a group with your mates and you've had a fucking bevy, sometimes songs go a bit far. But there's the thing that gets me, and there'll be loads of Evertonians who go, it's not about Hillsborough, it's about Heysel. But Robbo, when you're saying always the victim, never your fault, that implies more than one. And so they can't not be it can't not be a reference to Hillsborough, which is the thing that does my head in more than anything about
if there's any way it could be interpreted about being about Hillsborough, then you don't sing it, and there is a way, like you've just said, and it's a song that originated from Manx, quite wide Scousers of any persuasion would want to sing that. I don't know, and I just think anyone who sung that there at Goodison Park's an absolute prick. I put that on Twitter. I don't get it. I mean, like, Everton as a club and Evertonians as a collective have been great over Hillsborough. We all know that. They've been fantastic. Klopp referenced it in his press conference. And so to do that was just really low, really disappointing. You know, have your banter, have more than banter, kick off on each other, to a certain line. But that's over the line, that. And the same with, like I said before about, I'm giving it all that and all that. I'd expect them to do exactly the same if they'd scored. What I don't want to see, though, and I did see, is I did that, and one fella whose eye I caught, he starts giving it all this and the push and the walls thing, and it's like, come on. And then I get home, and again, don't generalise about all of them. It's not all of them. No. But, you get home, I put social media on, and again, I tweeted about this as well. I see people start, using Heysel. You've won the game, but you killed 39 and all this, and it's like, that was 1985. It was 1985. I was 9. I wasn't at Heysel. My uncle was, though. You know what I mean? People in my family where it's not a joke. It's not something to just throw around. And you get these saying, oh, you won't talk about it. We, the Anfield app, talked about it at length on the anniversary of it. We put loads of stuff out. We did a show. We spoke to Italians, spoke to people who were there, and it wasn't a whitewash. It was people saying, it was Liverpool hooligans, yes, on the day. But that doesn't make me one. Yeah. This was a long, long time ago, and I just think that's just low. There's no need to stoop to that level. Again, be better than that. Yeah. True Evertonians, I think, don't want to go there, don't want to do that. And we can all go, oh, this fella said this and this fella said that, and they were singing that in the ground, and that's disappointing. I'd hope Evertonians, a lot of them are having a conversation today saying, that's not Everton. That's not what our club's about. Yeah. Disappointing.
No, completely. It's like anything, isn't it, Chris? It's an old line, and it's from, I think it's a stand-up comedian. I forget which one, but he basically says, it might be Chris Rock. Like, if you're gonna get in a fight with someone, then you should be allowed to say whatever you want to hurt them to try and win the fight. And his joke is, if someone's only got one leg, I'm talking about the leg. You know what I mean? Because anything in that situation. And the problem is that there's almost like a football anti-political correctness that happens in football. Is that if you tell people they can't sing something, it somehow becomes a point of pride, and there's just an idiot minority, and it happens in every group of fans. But unfortunately, it happens too much within Liverpool fans, Everton fans, and Man United fans. There's too much stuff that's a bit too close for home that doesn't belong in football, and stuff like that is the prime example.
Robbo's right. I'll never say it as well as he did, but from my perspective, it's like a siege mentality thing, and I don't know whether it's a cultural thing because of the cities that we're from, and we're used to sort of putting up the barriers and talking between ourselves and stuff. That shit needs to stop. Like, Everton are a bigger club than that, and they shouldn't be drawn into that. What they need to be focusing on about is supporting their team. Yeah. Because that's what that team needs right now, you know what I mean? Just as much as our team needs our support. And I don't see how that makes Everton a better football club or a better football team. And that's why you go the game. It's to make your team better than the sum of its parts.
It's like a thing. You see it, people do this, and we all know that guy who, when he's losing an argument, he changes it to an argument that he can win. So just so we can go, but this, because there's no comeback to 39 people died at Heysel. Well, what do you want? Do you want to sit down and have a fucking debate about what actually happened? And
but where are you going next?
Conditions and blah, 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 blah.
Where are you going next? What are you going to say next? What's your next line? Justice for the 39. Well, people went to jail. People went to jail for Heysel,
Yeah.
including Liverpool fans, so there was justice. So, like, you know, if you're actually bothered to read, what they weren't even 39 Italians, it's people of other nationalities. So, you know, read up about the facts if you're actually going to start using that as something to throw around. But as I say, you'll find a lot of Liverpool fans that if you engage with them, people who were there, they'll talk honestly about it. They'll say, yeah, I know that some of those lads who made that run, that caused that, they were hooligans. But at the same time, as you say, there are other reasons that it happened. This isn't the show about Heysel. Why are we talking about it? Because these things happened at the ground last night again, and it is a bit sad. It's the same when we play Man United. I wrote a big piece about that, called it Tragedy Tennis, because, you know, it starts going backwards. Yeah. Hillsborough, Munich, Heysel. You're talking about people who died at a football match. That's got no place in 2016 in a football ground. Leave it.
Yeah, completely agree with all that.